American growers in their 50s and 60s are losing houseplants this September that never had to die. Not because you did anything wrong, because nobody showed you the root survival test nursery staff use. And these 12 houseplants recover in weeks once you know the exact fix.
Before plant number 1, drop your state right now, because your USDA zone completely changes which of these performs best for you. Find yours and pay attention. And the one at number 7, kept quietly among serious growers since before most knew what to look for, before September ends. Do not skip this.
Plant number 1, Monstera deliciosa. A grower nearly spent $80, replacing a plant that the $25 original never needed to lose. Picture a stem gone soft and blackened at the base, while 3 healthy fenestrated leaves still reach toward the window above it. Zones 10 through 12, bright indirect light, chunky auroid mix. Most growers toss a Monstera the moment the stem browns, never checking the node just below the soil line for a hidden latent bud. University Extension root rot protocols confirm a firm white root core beneath blackened tissue means the plant is still fully recoverable. A rescued $25 Monstera reaches full $80 retail size within a year, saving the entire replacement cost outright. Most American growers repot into fresh soil immediately, burying the damaged crown before it has any chance to callus over. That single rushed repot destroys roughly 40% of rescues that would otherwise have fully recovered within weeks. Once that node calluses and roots correctly, this Monstera recovers fully within 3 weeks. No replacement, no refund, no $80 spent. But the plant almost every American home already owns is dying right now for a completely different, far more dangerous reason. And somewhere in this video is the story of a Colorado grower whose neighbor declared her plant completely dead. That story is coming. Keep watching. Plant number 2, Fiddle Leaf Fig. The $120 store replacement most growers buy for a plant that only needed water logic fixed. Picture broad leaves dropping one by one while the trunk beneath stays completely firm and alive. Zones 10 through 11, bright filtered light, well-drained soil. Fiddle Leaf Figs drop leaves in a predictable pattern that tells you exactly whether the cause is water or light, not random stress. University Extension guidance confirms bottom-up leaf drop, with brown edges signals overwatering, while top-down drop points to insufficient light. Correcting the actual cause saves the full $120 retail cost of a mature replacement tree. Most American growers move the plant and change watering at the same time, masking which fix actually worked. That guesswork wastes 6 to 8 weeks of recovery time growers could have saved outright.
Fix the real cause, and this Fiddle Leaf Fig stabilizes new growth within 4 weeks. The $120 replacement stays in your wallet. And if you have ever wondered why the exact same plant thrives in one room and dies in another, plant number 3 finally explains it. Have you ever grown a Fiddle Leaf Fig, not from a nursery pot, but nursed back from nearly bare stems? Plant number 3, Bird of Paradise. $90 at the nursery, and most growers never learn the one fold that predicts bloom failure. Picture tall, paddle-shaped leaves, splitting naturally along their veins, while the center spear stays tightly rolled. Zones 10 through 12, full sun to bright light, rich, moist soil. Growers panic when Bird of Paradise leaves split, not realizing the splits are a wind adaptation feature, not damage. Documented University Extension trials show unsplit leaves actually signal too little airflow, not plant health. A single mature division sold at $90 can be split into 3 new plants, worth $270 combined. Most American growers trim the natural splits, believing it looks unhealthy, weakening the leaf's wind resistance. That single trim increases wind, snap risk and costs growers a full season of bloom delay. Leave the splits alone, and this Bird of Paradise blooms on schedule, with 0 wind damage and 0 replacement cost. The next plant on this list is sold in nearly every grocery store, and almost none of them survive their first American winter.
Plant number 4, Orchid, the plant most American growers write off after a single bloom cycle, worth $40 at the garden center. Picture silver-green roots turning solid white and spongy, while every flower has already dropped from the spike. Zones 10 through 12, bright indirect light, bark or moss mix. Orchid roots tell the entire health story, and almost no grower is ever taught to read them before tossing the plant. Documented extension orchid. Care guidance confirms firm green or silver roots mean the plant is alive even with zero visible flowers. A $15 rescued orchid reblooms within 8 to 12 weeks, avoiding the $40 replacement entirely. Most American growers water on a fixed schedule, instead of checking root color, drowning a plant that was never thirsty. That single habit kills roughly 1 in 3 orchids sold in the United States every year. Switch to root color watering, and this orchid reblooms on its own schedule. No $40 spent, no guessing required. And we have not even reached number 5 yet. The plant already sitting in most American homes owned by growers in their 50s and 60s, worth far more than they realize. If you are watching and not yet subscribed, here is what that actually means. YouTube stops putting this content in front of you. Not slows it, stops it completely. PlantERLab releases plant knowledge every single week, built specifically for growers who want real results, not generic advice. Hit subscribe now. It is free, and it always will be. Plant number 5, Calathea, a plant most growers replace for $40 when the real fix costs nothing but a change in water. Picture leaves curling tightly inward at dusk, their patterned undersides folding shut like a hand closing. Zones 10 through 12. Medium, indirect light, evenly moist soil. That nightly curling is not distress. It is called nyctinisty, and it is how Calathea has moved for millions of years. University Extension Houseplant Guidance confirms curling only signals a real problem when leaves stay closed well into daylight hours. Correcting tap water mineral buildup saves the full $40 cost of a replacement plant every single time. Most American growers water straight from the tap, and chlorine plus fluoride slowly scorch the leaf edges brown. That single habit shortens a Calathea's healthy lifespan by roughly 2 full growing seasons. Switch to filtered or rested water, and this Calathea's edges stop browning within 2 weeks, no $40 spent. But the plant coming up next is one almost every American grower already owns, and almost none of them know it is actively cleaning their air. Did you believe curling Calathea leaves always meant the plant was dying? Be completely honest in the comments. Plant number 6, Peace Lily. The plant that dramatically collapses flat on the floor and still isn't actually dying. Picture every leaf drooped completely to the pot's edge, while the crown at the base remains firm and green. Zones 10 through 12, low to medium light, consistently moist soil. Peace lilies are built with a dramatic wilt response that has nothing to do with actual root damage in most cases. Documented extension research confirms a full collapse and recover cycle can happen safely more than once without harming the plant. Reviving a $20 wilted peace lily instead of replacing it protects the full $45 upper retail value. Most American growers panic, water a collapsed peace lily immediately, when the true cause is often root-bound compaction, not dryness. That single wrong reaction leads to root rot in roughly 1 out of 4 panic-watered rescues. Check the roots before you water, and this peace lily stands back up within hours with 0 unnecessary water and 0 rot risk. And what happened to one Colorado grower's peace lily is exactly the story waiting for you right now. Earlier at the start of this video, I mentioned a Colorado grower. This is that story. In Zone 5, she watched her neighbor declare her collapsed peace lily completely dead, but a university extension root check found a firm white core, and within 3 weeks it stood fully upright again, saving her the full $45 replacement. That one root check saved her $45 and taught her the exact method she now uses on every struggling plant in her Zone 5 garden. Most people clicked away several plants ago. You did not. And plant number 7 is exactly why serious growers stay until the end. So for plant number 7, ZZ. Plant the $45 nursery favorite most growers accidentally kill by trying too hard to save it. Picture thick, glossy stalks holding firm while a single yellowing leaflet quietly signals the true cause underneath the soil. Zones 9 through 11, low to bright indirect light, well-drained soil. A single yellow leaflet on a ZZ plant is not a warning of death. It is the plant's oldest, most expendable growth shedding on schedule. Extension houseplant data confirms ZZ plants store water in underground rhizomes, meaning visible soil dryness rarely reflects actual plant thirst. Leaving a rhizome intact instead of discarding a yellowing ZZ plant protects the full $45 retail investment. Most American growers increase watering the moment they see yellow, flooding rhizomes built to survive months of drought. That single overcorrection causes rhizome rot in nearly half of ZZ plants discarded as dead each year. Trust the rhizome, water less, and this ZZ plant sheds its old growth on its own schedule. No $45 lost. But the next plant on this list looks nothing like a survivor, hanging limp off every shelf it sits on. And it might be the toughest one here. Plant number 8, String of Pearls, a $25 plant. Most growers throw out the moment its strands go flat and shriveled. Picture round green beads deflating like tiny grapes left in the sun, while the vine itself stays flexible and alive. Zones 9 through 11, bright direct light, fast-draining succulent mix. Shriveled pearls are not dead tissue. They are the plant pulling stored water inward, exactly the way it was built to survive drought. Extension's succulent care guidance confirms a flexible, unbroken vine with shriveled pearls almost always fully plumps back up within days of proper watering. A single, healthy strand cut and rooted turns one $25 plant into 3 to 5 new hanging plants. Most American growers give up and toss the vine the moment pearls shrink, right before the recovery window opens. That early toss throws away a plant worth up to $75 once propagated into multiple pots. Water once, wait 5 days, and this string of pearls plumps back up completely. 0 pearls lost, $0 wasted. This channel exists for growers who have spent enough seasons making expensive mistakes they were never warned about. If that is you, and if you are in your 50s or 60s, subscribe right now. Every week, new content. Plant number 9, Pothos, the $25 plant nearly impossible to actually kill, yet still one of the most replaced houseplants in America. Picture long trailing vines with pale, washed-out leaves reaching for a window that barely reaches them at all. Zones 10 through 12, low to bright indirect light, standard potting mix. Pale, washed-out pothos leaves are almost never a watering problem. They are a light problem hiding in plain sight. Documented extension guidance confirms variegated pothos reverts to solid green under low light specifically to maximize what little light it receives. Relocating one $10 struggling pothos instead of replacing it protects the full $25 upper retail value. Most American growers fertilize a pale pothos believing it is starving, when the real fix is simply more light. That single wrong fix burns root tips and stalls growth for a full 8 weeks. Move it 6 feet closer to a window, and this pothos regreens within 3 to 4 weeks. No fertilizer, no $25 spent. The next plant on this list has been called nearly indestructible for decades, and almost every grower still manages to kill it the exact same way. What plant or situation in your yard has defeated everything you have tried? Tell me below. Plant number 10, Snake Plant, the $35 unkillable plant that still dies in more American homes than any other on this list. Picture thick, upright leaves turning soft and translucent at the base, while the tips remain sharp, stiff, and green. Zones 9 through 11, low to bright indirect light, fast-draining cactus mix. A soft, translucent base on a snake plant is the single earliest warning sign nearly every grower misses until it's too late. Extension plant pathology sources confirm this specific rot pattern starts from excess soil moisture, not from the leaves themselves. Catching this stage early and repotting into dry cactus mix saves the full $35 replacement cost. Most American growers keep snake plants in decorative pots with no drainage holes at all. That single design choice is responsible for the majority of snake plant deaths reported nationwide. Add drainage, and this snake plant's rot stops spreading within days. A $35 plant saved by a single hole in a pot. And the next plant on this list is famous for healing burns, while quietly struggling to heal itself. Plant number 11, Aloe Vera, an $8 plant most growers overwater into an early $20 replacement without realizing it. Picture thick, fleshy leaves turning mushy and pale at the base, while the outer tips stay firm and upright. Zones 9 through 11, bright direct light, sandy fast-draining soil. Aloe Vera stores nearly all its water inside the leaves themselves, which means soil moisture is almost never the real signal to check. Extension succulent guidance confirms healthy aloe needs water only once. Soil is fully dry to at least 2 inches deep. Switching to a proper watering rhythm saves the full $20 replacement cost of a mature aloe plant. Most American growers water on the same weekly schedule they use for every other houseplant on this list. That single habit is responsible for root rot in roughly half of all aloe plants sold in the United States. Water only when the soil is fully dry, and this aloe stabilizes within 2 weeks. No mush, no $20 lost. And the very last plant on this list is the one every American grower already owns, without knowing it is the easiest to multiply for free. Plant number 12, spider plant. An $8 plant most growers keep for years without ever realizing, multiplies into free plants for life. Picture arching, striped leaves trailing dozens of small white flowers and baby plantlets dangling on thin stems below. Zones 9 through 12, bright indirect light, standard well-drained soil. Those dangling plantlets are not decoration. They are fully formed clones, already carrying their own root nodes ready to grow. Extension propagation guidance confirms a plantlet snipped with even a tiny root nub roots in water within 1 to 2 weeks. No rooting hormone required. One $8 spider plant regularly produces 20 or more plantlets a year, worth well over $150 if sold individually. Most American growers trim off plantlets and throw them away, treating free plants as garden waste. That single habit throws away the single highest value part of the entire plant, season after season. Root just 5 of those plantlets, and this one $8 spider plant alone recovers more value than everything else on this list combined. The plant was never the problem. The information was. And before this video ends, there are 3 more things about recovering all 12 of these plants that almost no source puts in one place. 3 things about recovering these 12 houseplants that almost no source puts in one place. Root rot in 6 of these 12 plants reverses completely within the first 72 hours, if the firm white root test is done before any repotting. Combined, these 12 rescues protect over $500 in replacement cost. The single fastest recovery on this entire list is the peace lily, standing fully upright again in as little as 6 hours once the roots are corrected. Every one of these 12 plants pays for itself the moment you skip a $20 to $120 replacement and choose the fix instead. Here is exactly where to begin, based on your zone, right now. Here is exactly where to begin. Zone to plants to dollar. Growers in zones 3 through 5 start indoors regardless of season, and snake plant, ZZ plant, and pothos survive typical indoor winter conditions best, protecting up to $95 in combined replacement value. Combined, protecting these 3 plants alone saves $95 in replacement cost before September ends. Growers in zones 6 through 9 should start with Monstera, Fiddle Leaf Fig, and Bird of Paradise, the 3 highest dollar value rescues on this list, protecting up to $290 in combined replacement cost. Miss this window, and your first visible result waits a full year.
Just received Zone, accurate dollar-grounded research, based recovery information for 12 houseplants that most channels never put in one place. If this video gave you even one plant you had already written off, hit like right now.
Drop your state and zone below, and tell me which plant you are starting with this September. Subscribe to PlantERLab. 50 years of plant knowledge delivered every single week for the grower who actually wants to know.